energy. Love the way Enrique came in and Zion came in. Those guys played with a lot of effort and energy and pop. Johan obviously is super active out there, chasing everything. For the most part, it was, really good. So.
When you see the kind of activity Johan has, do you kind of just see all of this potential?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot to polish there, but the motor is high, and we've said from day one he's pretty fearless. He's got to keep learning on the job, and he did a good job the last 2 games of staying out of foul trouble, but still being a big presence defensively. So.
Chris, it's set now with Denver, round 1. Just kind of initial thoughts on the rubber match here.
It was never going to be up to us. We'll go anywhere to play anybody. We're super comfortable playing that team, they're playing really well. Some of the best basketball in the league. So we got our hands full, but we'll dig into them this week and be ready to go.
Seems like all season this team has been waiting to flip a switch. Do you feel like where you guys are at right now going into this?
Well, the most important thing is I think we have availability from all of our guys, and we'll go from there. So.
Probably talk about this every year, Chris, but what is the value of this next week? You guys always seem to come out in a fresh series with that much time off, ready to play. What have you seen of how you guys are able to use that week and get the most out of it?
Yeah, I think the value of this week is huge. There's no doubt about it. In terms of you're pacing yourself and your training, like how you the days that you go full bore, the days that you dial it back. Obviously, you get a week to kind of really work on some new stuff or work on some things that are going to be points of emphasis in the series. The added advantage of being where we are in the table is that you know your opponent. When you're in the 1 and 2 spot, of course, it's a great advantage to have finished there. But you got to wait later in the week, so you don't have the specifics. So you got to be working on a lot more general things. So I think you'd be a little bit more focused, knowing exactly who you're playing.
Is it nice to have had guys been able to take a few days off here in the rotation to be fresh heading into that, so you can really hit
absolutely.
The practice
absolutely. But we got to have a really good start to the week. Get after it, almost like training camp mode. So,
Terrence Shannon Jr. played well again tonight. What is it meant for him to down the stretch of the season play well?
I thought his shot wasn't going from the outside, of course, but he was relentless attacking the basket. Was rewarded with a lot of free throws. Just keep building on how he's been playing. It's huge. Just his confidence will be ready. Our confidence in him is high. There's going to be opportunities, as there always is for everybody in a playoff series. You just has to wait for it and see when it comes his way.
How relevant do you think the playoff series from 2 years ago is with Denver, given how much the rosters have changed?
I don't think it's overly relevant. It's obviously they're we know exactly what the heart of their team is. Jokic, Murray, Gordon, Brown. Those guys are been together for a long time. The rest of the guys are kind of settled into their roles, and they've gotten healthy, so they've gotten a little bit deeper. And I think that's that depth that they didn't have a few years ago, which makes them a lot more dangerous. So.
Do you guys feel like you have another gear defensively, like a playoff gear?
I would hope so. I think our appropriate physicality we need to figure that piece out. We're good when we got it. Fouling a lot at the moment. So,
did you guys have much interaction with KG? Did he talk to the team? What does it mean for him to be here today?
Yeah, it was great. The energy in the building. You just kind of sensed it was a special night. And he came in pregame. He talked to the guys. He went around the locker room individually and talked to the coaching staff a bit, and it was fun. He was excited to be back. No doubt about it. It was a pretty neat moment when he walked out. I think it was good for our guys because they got a sense of just how important somebody with a legacy is, and what that really means.
You've talked about it a lot this year of just how important Joe is behind the scenes. Like to see him go out, get a double-double, and just kind of play with minutes with the young guys. Like,
Yeah.
what's that kind of mean to you as like a coach and a guy that's kind of relied on him?
Well, there's a lot of things to take away from Joe Ingles, really. I mean, first of all, he's an incredible professional, a first-class guy, and he's always got the right approach and the right positivity, and he plays with these guys a lot in like the stay ready games, and so he has a kind of a connection with a lot of them, and he's always in their ear, and he's always mentoring them, and it just shows that he just knows how to play basketball. He just really knows how to play basketball at a high level, and there's a lot of people in this league that are trying to figure out how to play. They may have great athletic ability, they have talent, but he sees the game in a wholly different way, and that's a lot of it's by feel, but he can also impart some of that, and he's been great in that. And the other thing is he's ready to do whatever the team needs him to do, and that was play a lot of minutes tonight and help keep these guys organized and make them better. And he doesn't see that as he's chomping at the bit to get out there and play in this situation, and that's invaluable because.